I hope everybody's day and journey went okay today. Oh, now I have a hard time. Kind of reading and meditating at the same time. So if Max, you can answer a question, or if it's something simple, if it's something that has to wait for me, I will do a kind of a question and answer at the end. But we're going to be doing an Itzhak Bentov meditation tonight. So just wanted to wait until 8. That is when I said I was going to do it. I'm doing an earlier one and a later on one now. So I understand if you guys can't do it now, come to the earlier one. I will still continue making my videos. I will still continue making meditation videos so you can watch at any time. I'm just really trying to, trying this YouTube vertical live. It seems like it's getting a little bit more attention. So I do have my fountain going. I've got the window cracked because it's a little warm here in northern Michigan. Just making some granola in the oven, just kind of chillaxing right now. So just going to give it a couple more minutes and then I'm going to start it. Oh. So I had a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about on this Itzhak Bentov meditation method. This is actually going to be a lesson that I'm going to do for part 6. But what I wanted to communicate today and what we're going to focus on today is much like we've been focusing before. This is kind of a mindfulness one in many respects. What we're actually going to be focusing on, the heart rhythm today. Bentov believed, and it was proven later in neurocardiology through biological science, that the heart actually creates these vibrations, these oscillations that he talked about. We're going to talk about heart resonance, which is kind of the same concept in many respects. So I'm also winging this, so if I say something or misspeak, I do apologize. I'm not going to have a script here. I'm just going to speak from the heart. And like I said, I'm just finishing a deep dive on this one, so hit that like if you want to see the video. I've got plenty of Bentov stuff up there. There's another great one coming soon. So we're going to start this meditation. I'm going to start this one just like I start all of my meditations. I'm going to loosen up. I'm going to make sure that there's nothing pinching me. You see, I'm use my famous blue blanket here. And like a lot of people have said, this is not a yoga mat, but this is comfortable for me. Whatever is comfortable for you, that's what you need to find. Even in using this chair, this would totally work right now. This is get comfortable situation. Not so comfortable you're going to fall asleep. So like I said, I always suggest try to get plenty of sleep. Try to be open-minded and just be ready and be positive. That's the big thing about this one, positive vibes. So we're going to start a simple, just relaxation, deep breaths. Breathing in, using the stomach, using the diaphragm, just breathing in. Try to visualize breathing in the positive and exhaling all the negative. I want you to practice a little bit of mindful meditation here. I want you to clear out any noise, if you can, any thoughts. Hopefully you guys have found a quiet place to try this meditation. Like I said, if not, this will be recorded and you can try it later when you do have a quiet spot if you wish to try this one. So in this one here, like I said, we're going to get into a quiet state. I'm going to quiet the voices. I'm going to do some mindfulness meditation here. The next big focus after I've mastered that, which can take a long time, is I'm going to put focus on the heart, specifically the rhythm. Bentov believed that you're not only the instrument, but you're also the note. What we're wanting to do here is focus on the heart, realize that the heart creates vibrations. It creates a force around you, even though you cannot see it. We want to focus on that rhythm. We want to focus on our breathing. We want to relax. We're going to want to get into that stable state. We're not going 7 hertz quite on this one. We're staying out of theta for the moment. We're in the conscious. We're just thinking of the heart, bringing awareness to it. We're bringing awareness to the heart, its rhythm, and its importance as the observer. We are realizing as we breathe nicer, more deeply, more stable, our heart rate starts becoming more stable. And with that, the rhythm, we're going to really want to focus on that heart resonance, we're going to call it. This is the field, this is the vibration, this is the sound that each person gives off around us. So I get asked this a lot. And this vibration, especially in science, I get asked this a lot. And this vibration that's around you, in the bigger scale of things, it's a very small circle. And I always say that's very true. But have you ever walked into a room where there was somebody at peace and it made you feel peaceful? It radiates. Your energy, your vibration radiates. It does in science through something called neurocoupling, and where your heartbeat and your stability and your wave actually calms and waves other people, like a resonator, like a tuning fork. That is one of the final things of this meditation that's really hard to grasp. As we're remembering our heart, we are tuning our heart, we are doing this for ourselves, but as a tuning fork and an instrument and a note, we're doing this for the universe. And we are doing this for people around us, for nature, for the force, the energy. Some people call it chi. Some people call it whatever you want to name it. It is a shared energy of love and positivity. Now, this is more of a guided meditation, because if I were meditating right here, I would probably be doing maybe 5, 10 to 15 minutes just focusing on the heart rhythm, just calming it down, trying to quiet out all the rest of the noises, and just bringing awareness to it as the observer. Now, there is a final part of, well, it's not it's never a final part. It's always leading to something next, because it's a journey. But the next part, and the last one that I really wanted to speak about tonight, was the heart-brain connection. Okay. That's what we call neurocardiology. It's an actual science that actually came about after Bentov and was based a lot on Bentov's work. Now, his thoughts and ideas on brain and heart, 10 to 15 years later, proven true by a science that wasn't even invented yet or accepted. One solid thing that we are talking about is the communications, the mapping is what we call, of the neurons. Over 40, this got mapped. So over 40,000 neurons that act independently within the heart, without the nervous system. And there are more messages that go from the heart to the brain then from the brain to the heart. And that is a fact. We still do not understand all of this. We may never understand all of this, but I find it very interesting. So I do invite you guys to watch my videos. I just finished one on, I finished just a couple of them, including my top 20 scientists that I believe are of importance when it comes to conscious research. That was a cool short that I just finished. And then there was full-length videos I'm doing about each of these people. I'm just going to go down the list. I do a video. I just explain who they are. I give recognition to them, what they're doing now. And then I try to do a meditation kind of based off their work, if there is a meditation that can be extrapolated without a lot of fluff. And then generally at the end of my videos, I like to add diagrams because I'm a big science engineer fan nerd of cool old diagrams from really smart people. So that's kind of my meditation lesson tonight. I could sit here and meditate with you guys, but I just wanted to have some time to kind of discuss what I've been working on, what I plan on uploading. I do thank you guys for joining me this evening, and I understand sometimes this is difficult to fit into your life. So I do have videos that I've uploaded. I'm once again not monetized at all in any way. I'm not getting paid at all to do this. I enjoy what I do. But I appreciate you guys and have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go work on some videos. Did anybody have any real questions? Anything that you want to add? Well, I do appreciate your time. You guys have a wonderful evening.